what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have Futties, two awesome unlocks, the Return of the Devil, Alessandrini along with Kimpembe, and these are some of the best on offer. Are they worth it though? I've got them both, I've tried them, and I'm gonna let you know if it's worth the grind. So please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you are needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com, use the code Fuji on that site to get cash back on every single order. And let's get into it. People always say to me, is that Ellie Golden? No, I don't know who it is. It's just some woman in a bandana. Let's get into it. Daily objectives. What have we got here? So I have a 50k pack going open in a second. I made some big upgrades to the RTG. So I'll go over that a little bit more in tomorrow's episode, as well as possibly doing a few other things. But for now, we have ourselves two, where are they going? Two fantastic unlocks. So Kimpembe, score using Liga 1 players in 5 separate rival wins. We were probably the first in the world to unlock him. Now, I did have a helping hand. Some of you beautiful people on stream maybe rage quit out of certain games. So I was able to bring him into the starting 11 for the Weekend League run. So I've played Kimpembe in the Weekend League, and with Alessandrini, I tried playing a few in Rivals, but as it was really like late or early hours of the morning, I couldn't find many people, so I had to play online singles. I was still coming up against decent opponents with well, great teams. So I've tested out both of these guys, but for Alessandrini, you need to win 3 squad battle matches using 11 MLS players on world class. And don't let that worry you, because world class difficulty is easier than professional from my experience, and my MLS team wasn't that good at all. So Alessandrini, Kimpembe already unlocked. We've got our hands on this 50k pack, which will open straight away. Is it claiming it? Yeah, it is. All right, who's in packs? We have batch 2, Neymar. Have we gone and purchased Neymar maybe? I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get him in this pack. It is untradeable though. Is it a walkout? It's not. Thank you very much, EA. I'm just grinding the game still. But that's one thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about. With these unlocks, I wouldn't have minded so much if the quality of cards got released, possibly like 2 months ago. Then I would have been able to like prepare the grinds and it would have been worthwhile. But now at this stage in FIFA, I just want the cards to enjoy them, if that makes sense. So if they were to be released through SBCs, I would have preferred that, but I still have to give EA credit for releasing like this quality through a weekly objective that is free of charge. So thank you very much for that. But I'm just gonna go and show you real quick the team that I've been using. I've got like a couple of weeklies as well that I still need to claim. But just for a bit of fun, I was playing in a 4-3-2-1, and I've got to say, the custom tactics, I'll show you, believe it or not, all balanced. I didn't change like players inside the box, stay back while attacking. The fullbacks you're going to be seeing in the clips, like Mendy and also Danny Da Costa, they were supporting really well. Mendy, in fact, was scoring a few. And Ndombele played pretty well. Like, this was a really fun team to use. So maybe if you've hit the wall a little bit or your enjoyment level just isn't there right now, switch up your formation. Go for a balanced tactic and you'd be surprised. It's really, really good. So Kimpembe to start off with, this Futties card, 16 games, and I have played 16, high to high, 6'2". His in-game stats, he looks better than like a prime moments Marcel Desailly, for the reason that he's got the agility, the reactions, the composure, short pass, long pass, defending, physical, pace. My God, what chem style would you put on him? I think Anchor just complements him really well to add to the jumping, and he's very, very good in the air. Positioning, I'll get into the pace, everything about the card, but it's really good stuff, man. And for, like I say, a free card that doesn't really take too much effort, and if you find like a couple of buddies to be able to maybe manipulate the search a little bit and get them to quit, then you're going to be able to get that card pretty quick. Alessandrini. Oh dear, he's returned. 8 games, 8 goals, 1 assist, 4-star, 4-star, 5 for 8, high medium. And when I saw he was in weeklies, I checked his in-game stats and they blew me away. The acceleration, sprint speed, pretty much perfect. The finishing, could have upped that slightly, but with the shot power, the long shots, attack positioning, the playmaking, the dribbling, 99 agility, 99 balance, that is my dream. Those two stats there just go hand in hand, and you've got the physical, the jumping, the strength, the aggression, the stamina. Is he back? Is he as overpowered as he once was on, what was it, FIFA 17? Remember when I was using 82 Alessandrini and 82 Lozano? I believe we discovered Lozano. I don't believe we discovered Alessandrini. In fact, I think I preferred Lozano on FIFA 17, and then Alessandrini a lot of people liked because he felt similar to like a Messi. Is this the cheap Messi on the game? And is this man better than a Maldini? I wanted to play these two together just for chemistry, as well as like bringing Maldini back. Like, if I'm using fun teams, then there's no point like continuing to use like a Virgil van Dijk who gets in the starting 11. Let's just switch it up a little bit. So we've got some awesome goals, fantastic clips. I'll let you know if they're worth the grind. Let's go. Yes, yes, and yes. Hang on a minute. Let's start off with Kimpembe, 92 rated from PSG, and what just happened? Last night I was waiting on the Futties vote, and I posted out on Twitter, 6 PM, the best goalkeeper on the game is going to be released. And it was Neto. No, that's not what we were expecting. Where is Areola? Who has rigged the matchmaking? Well, not so much matchmaking, the voting, that's the one. Who has voted for Neto? I mean, if you have and you wanted him and you're starting 11th, fair enough, but Areola, trust me, he would have been such a good option. And then with Kimpembe being released as well, possibly on the same day, oh, that would have been so nice. But it didn't happen. We can still quite easily get chemistry with Kimpembe, and for that reason, looking at his stats and being a free card, you're going to want to grind, because I played with him for around, I think it was about like 6 games or so in the weekend league, and then I took him outside of that in rivals and stuff. So I've given him a real good go, and I do like the meat behind his tackles, like crunching tackle. He's coming away with it, really dominant in the air. No issues with him getting out jumped or out leaped by a lot of the attackers that I was facing. His positioning is fine, even though he has the highest high work rate. I don't think it bothers and worries me too much, really. If I'm being honest, his positioning, it's like similar to Ramos, like that's it. Like if you're a fan of Ramos, then you're going to get on with someone like a Kimpembe. And in fact, he has high work rate, so he's going to drop back even more and help you defend. Really good card. Like there's not really much that I can fault him with. Over time, possibly, but for now, the way he can position and get into a tackle, I feel really secure using Kimpembe. And I just like that we've been able to freshen up the RTG with free cards, so I don't have to waste anything, because we did go and sign a cheeky Brazilian. I'll speak about all of that in tomorrow's episode. I'll give you the reasoning behind it. But anyway, Kimpembe we unlocked, and I would say if you have got some time and you've got a couple of mates, just try and find each other and just quit out of them and gift some wins. What I was doing last night is I put on the AC Milan home kit, and for the away I had the PSG home. So if you find people in the rivals doing that, then you know that it's going to be maybe a game where someone might gift you a win or something like that. But good luck if you're going to get him, and yes, he is worth the grind. Now with Alessandrini, now the first few games, I'm just going to put it out there, not the best of connections, and I'm not surprised because it was like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, so God knows who I was matched up against. But then when the connection did free up, I was getting a little bit more of an idea as to what he's going to provide. And don't get me wrong, he's not the Alessandrini, like the devil from FIFA 17 that was just so, one of the most overpowered players on that game. So that's one of those titles that is really hard to take right now, because you've got so many like really nice players to use. So is Alessandrini good enough to be brought into a starting 11? For sure, yeah. Like he doesn't feel like he's going to let you down in any way. His finishing is awesome. I did take like a couple of, well, first time try to abuse the mechanics a little bit just to see what he was about, and he was doing that for sure. A couple of ones outside the box he was missing, but for the most part, like he did have that finish with his left foot, right foot, good control over the ball. But like I just said, he doesn't feel that overpowered, but he's got the pace, aggression, playmaking, and for what it takes to unlock 3 games that you've got to win with a MLS team on world class, I don't believe you've got to be at a high standard to be able to beat the world class difficulty. Seriously, I don't know why it feels easier than professional, but you'll know when you go and play it. So Alessandrini in your starting 11 is a really, really good option, and as he's free, we're going to be using him as that impact sub. But it feels bad because I did bring on Sterling. I had one of the best responses and comebacks yesterday. It was the last game. I was coming up against someone that fancied time wasting like to the extreme. Like I don't know what triggered him. I wasn't really too bothered, honestly. I think my chat was getting more triggered than me. So I was just thinking, if he wants to play like that, fair enough. But in the 90th minute, we finally broke him down. I think we did score with Sterling, or we scored with somebody to take it to extra time, and then he got a goal, and I thought, all right, that's it, we're gonna lose. But once again, we pulled back and we went to penalties, and I in fact won on penalties. So it was just an awesome response. And well, going to the point I was trying to make, Sterling, like, it was his last game. He left on a high, and I really want to either pack him, get his red card, or get enough coins together to be able to make it like an official purchase, because he is genuinely, I'm going to say, the best impact sub I have used on FIFA 19, which is a bold statement, right? Because I really like Mertens and all that, but there is something special about Sterling with his positioning. He just ticks so many boxes, and I think that's how I would like to play him. Not to start him, to continue to use as an impact sub, but 1,000,000 coins on that is pretty expensive. But Alessandrini, wonderful card. Just awesome runs, positioning, finishing, pace. He's just very good, and as you would expect, right? 91 rated, and then Kimpembe being 92. These guys you don't want to miss. And I know that some of you might not really be wanting to play the game right now. Like me, I don't want to particularly have to grind to get these cards. I just want them available, but sometimes you just can't have it all your own way. So if you are available to grind, get your hands on these two. You're not going to be disappointed, and Kimpembe is top quality. I'd say he's feeling a little bit more consistent than when I'm playing in that bad gameplay, comparing him to like Maldini and a few of those types of defenders. So Kimpembe, big tick. Alessandrini as a big tick, but not as big, but still he's going to get into a lot of teams. But thank you very much for watching, boys. Leave a like, go and get them, and I'll see you later tonight on stream, and we'll grind the weekend league. Team out, peace.